Some of you are probably thinking, what the hell is that? This cannot be a Final Fantasy game. Where's the random battles? What's all this grid moving stuff? And enclosed battle maps? Are you kidding me? You, Dymoose, are a goddamn liar. But rest assured, everyone, this is a Final Fantasy game. And it may wear the name, but it's got an entirely different style from what you're typically used to seeing. And honestly, I feel that it's one of the best, if not the best, Final Fantasy game in existence. Hang on a second. Just let me explain myself a little bit before you close the browser window. Now, there are two versions of Final Fantasy Tactics you need to be aware of. The first was a very hurried translation version that was released for the PS1 in 1997. And some of you realize the big problem with that. Anyone want to take a guess at what else was released for the PS1 in 1997, 1998? Final fucking Fantasy VII. Not only did this game give people a reason to own the PS1, but it threw its struggling for notoriety younger brother, Final Fantasy Tactics, under the bus and then proceeded to beat the ever-loving shit out of it for its lunch money. Unfortunately, because of 7's popularity, hardly anyone at all ever got around to touching Final Fantasy Tactics, and those that did quickly became disenfranchised with the title for not following in the footprints of 7's enticing storyline and oftentimes intense gameplay. The world looked grim for Tactics. Would it be the Final Fantasy version of Mario Golf? A tie-in to a popular franchise in the hopes of earning some easy money? And then a miracle happened. Boom! 2007 arrived, and Final Fantasy Tactics received a much-needed restoration, coming to the PSP portable system in the form of Final Fantasy Tactics War of the Lions. Probably one of my favorite remakes. New cutscenes, new storyline plots, local multiplayer and co-op missions, inclusion of a new class, new characters, book-quality dialogue, and best of all, this.
The princess!
This way. Be quick. And try making a little less noise.
I'll not take orders from you!
You've quite a mouth on you, princess.
Fully animated and voice cutscenes. This game had it all. It built upon the intriguing top-down, grid combat system that the original Tactics had, and gave it a fresh new feel. Once on the PSP, you could take the game anywhere you wanted. In a car? Tactics. Shitty movie with your girlfriend? Tactics. Thrown back in time to World War II and face to face with Adolf Hitler? Tactics! Tactics! You could experience the world of Ivalice wherever you went. Final Fantasy Tactics War of the Lions saw a rise in popularity that the previous PS1 version couldn't have imagined. Some of you at this point may be wondering, why in the hell is this game entitled War of the Lions? For those who haven't played this game yet, War of the Lions refers to the battle between two princes of Ivalice, Larg and, well, shit. I can't find a picture of Gotena, so instead here's Christopher Lee. So Larg is fighting Christopher Lee for control of the throne, and both believe they deserve to be king of Ivalice, and neither one are willing to back down. Little do they know there is a group of people in the background contriving this political plot and basically playing puppet master to the strings of Ivalice. Also, a former friend of our protagonist Ramza, Delita Hyral, is working with a fake puppet princess to crown her as the new queen, which would enable her to rule Ivalice instead of Larg and Christopher Lee. The plot is also a huge reason to get involved with this game, and in War of the Lions it's executed brilliantly. The dialogue is perfectly written, and oftentimes will read like a well-written novel straight out of a fantasy epic. If plot isn't something you're interested in, maybe you can get behind the wonderful combat system. Laid out like a grid, you control your individual characters from a top-down perspective, issuing commands to achieve certain mission objectives, or just staying alive to see the next piece in the mysterious breadcrumbs of information the game lays out for you. I don't know why this game struck such a chord with me, as I got to play it a little later on in 2002, and that was my first experience with it. Granted, it may be because it's an RTS, and RTS games have really done a number on tickling my Jimmy the right way. But I absolutely fell in love with the story and the characters, and my memory cards are filled with tactics files from PS1 to the PSP memory stick to tactics on the PlayStation Network right to my PS3. I keep coming back, and honestly, I think you should too. Give it a chance. This game is definitely worth it. And if I were to give this game a rating, it would have to be a 10 out of 10, though. This is, once again, in my own personal opinion. I love the game, but I know it's not for everyone, as I've had friends who have tried to play it, and they can't really get into the battle system. But if you ever need help on it, feel free to leave a comment, and if I happen to miss it, I'm sorry, but I'll get back to you with it, as this is a particularly hard game to understand. It's got a lot of subtlety to it. Alright, good luck with it, guys. See you later.
If you're interested in more content from the NPC Gaming Group, check our Facebook and Twitter page links in the description below. Otherwise, make sure to subscribe, like, or comment. We need the money. Seriously, guys. We need the money.